Well, it is a movie getting a lot of attention right now. Oppenheimer hits theaters tonight.
Yeah, the movie is based on the father of the atomic bomb. But before you go check it out on the big screen, WFMY News 2's Manning Franks has a review.
I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Those are the words quoted from Hindu scripture by the Manhattan Project director Robert J. Oppenheimer immediately following the very first successful nuclear bomb test. Oppenheimer was enigmatic and a multifaceted figure who changed the course of history forever. Now, with as prolific a director as Christopher Nolan at the helm, we are promised a biopic that is both complex, dark, and a thought-provoking trip to the cinema. It's also 3 hours, so remember to pace yourself.
We're in a race against the Nazis. And I know what it means if the Nazis have a bomb.
Based on the 2005 biography American Prometheus, Christopher Nolan adapts the story of renowned physicist Robert J. Oppenheimer, played by Cillian Murphy, onto the big screen. Amid World War II, the American government enlists the mind of Oppenheimer to lead the development of the atomic bomb in hopes to beat Nazi Germany to the punch. Yet as Oppenheimer and his team get closer to detonation, will this invention bring about humanity's destruction? Oppenheimer, at its core, is a horror movie, but not in the traditional sense. Instead, Nolan uses his skills behind the camera to lay bare the evils of humanity's lust for power. Nolan paints Oppenheimer with morally gray brushstrokes as the film unravels this man's complicated life. In what might be his best performance to date, Cillian Murphy imbues Oppenheimer with a tragic melancholy that you can't look away from. In addition, he's flanked by an all-star cast ensemble of Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, Florence Pugh, Matt Damon, and more. From a visual perspective, Nolan does everything in his power to ensure that the viewer is thrusted inside the radioactive mind of Oppenheimer throughout the film. Nolan achieves this through claustrophobic close-ups, frantic editing, overwhelming sound, and a sensory-overloaded score from Ludwig Göransson that is in contention for Best Score of the Year. The downside, though, is that we are rarely granted a reprieve as the film powers through a 3-hour runtime, thus, at times, resulting in the audience unable to take a breath with its far too expository-heavy dialogue. When it comes to Christopher Nolan films, I'm a little more tepid in my praise, as some of his films come across as cold and poorly paced to me. But Oppenheimer is one of those films you see on the big screen that sticks with you. It's Nolan's most ambitious film to date, and for lack of a better term, it blew me away. I'm giving Oppenheimer a 2 approved. You can watch it only in theaters.